This was the vocal line after years of listening to Chris Cornell and going, what? Why? How? That helped me unlock compressed, distorted middle mix in my voice. Particular passage from Fell on Black Days, the video version. I want to play it for you a couple times, and then I want to unpack it in a way that you've probably never heard this line unpacked before. And if you can internalize what I'm saying and what I'm doing as a result of what I'm hearing and saying, you too will unlock your gritty middle mix.
But I can't see it in the night, oh, they say. But I can't see it in the night.
Now, especially Super Unknown era Chris Cornell has so many different vocal characters. And I listened to Fell on Black Days, the studio version, for years with this brooding, very drawn sound mellow. And every time this line would come up in the studio version, you know, I would hear the differences in his approach as he went up, but was confused continually by it. It sounded different, but I wasn't sure what I was hearing and what to do with my voice because of what I was hearing. And then I heard the video version, and it's way more clear for some reason.
But I can't see it in the night.
Let's first talk about this in terms of notes. But I can see it in the night. That's what I would always do when I tried to sing this line. Always, for literally years. And I would notice that my voice would quiver, and as I pushed higher to get to that A note, I would top out. It's not a belted note. Now, let's listen to this line in terms of placement and resonance. I'll explain that more in just a second.
But I can't see it in the night.
I'm not going to sing it. I'm just going to place my voice like I hear him placing it. But I can see it in the night. I'm going to do it in different areas of my voice. I'm just going to say it again. But I can see it in the night. Night. But I can see it. But I can see it in the night. But I can see it in the night. But I can. There's this sort of quack or crow that happens on night. But he does such a good job of transitioning with the note. So you don't really hear it unless you're actually listening for it. At least I didn't for years. Now, I will say, experimenting with placement in a way that unlocks your mix can only happen if you understand how to support your voice. If you don't fully understand how to support your voice, click the link below and join my free voice course. I'll help you get the foundation you need to do what I'm doing in this video.
I can't see it in the
Especially with, but I can see, it's very like weepy, mopey.
night.
And then night. Oh, what I was doing, but I can see it in the night. What I learned to hear and then experiment with broken down. But I can see it in the night. If we want to think about unlocking that mix right next to our chest voice, we have to think about changing placement first. We have to let the placement guide us upward from chest into a mix. We can't get up there until our chest voice tops out and then try to change the placement. This is what we hear Cornell doing in this line and all over the place. Once you hear it in this line, you hear it everywhere. But I can see it in the night. And then add more compression. But I can see it in the night. But I can see it in the night. Notice how much more relaxed it feels when we throw that resonance back as we ascend. But I can see it in the night, as opposed to this idea of, but I can see it in the night. That relaxed aggression that comes about by following the resonance back as we follow the pitch up. It's really a one-of-a-kind sound, and it keeps you kind of, which is what you hear especially in this video version performance. Then if you go on, shuttle mine change, shuttle mine change, shuttle mine change. And you follow it the other direction, particularly on that line. Shuttle mine change. You hear him dynamically change the placement again as he goes down. This was super powerful for me too, especially when I started experimenting with it. Because if he had sang, shuttle mine change, shuttle mine change, if he's not messing with his placement, you have this, which just doesn't have the same effect. This was such a huge breakthrough for me all those years ago, and I've shared it with so many private students that I figured it was time for me to make a video on it. Be sure to check out this playlist of Chris Cornell covers that I've done. Again, if you would like more of these heavy tips and tricks to unlocking different things about your voice, click the link below and join my free course.